Hello, y'all. Welcome. We are in the safe room and let's discuss. So, what has happened is the hex has just been found. So, we just did the second hex challenge. Miss Stephanie has found the hex. And Luis has died. Luis, you did so good, dude. You really played amazing. You played as good as you could play this freaking game, I feel like. Um, because even when you look at this flesh given up, Luis gave up the right amount, like the strategic amount. Like that, Luis gave up about as much as we were expecting people to give up. Everybody else on his team decided to flail themselves to death. Which is funny because had he been alive, they would have had a killer option. But then Ali didn't even we're getting ahead of ourselves. Sorry, Luis. You played as good as you could. So let's get to discussing. So Stephanie is back up to B, I think, in her chances to winning the game. I still think we're in a situation where everybody loses to Mr. Quentin. They just do. Even if Quentin gets... I mean, there is a potentialness, let's say, where Quentin gets stabbed by all 8 and does poorly in the final comp. But is that going to happen? Probably not. Probably not, because it's almost guaranteed that Stephanie and Quentin and Max get a roll every round because of how much Tammy brutalized herself. And then I will say there is Tammy, there is hope. Like there is a timeline where you win. I feel like you need Stephanie to drain Ali. And then with the hex. And then you need to win at final 4. You need to get first place. Get those points. And then not get stabbed at all. And maybe that is a potential path for Tammy. I think Tammy's gonna get to final 3. And what's annoying is I don't even think Tammy flaying herself is like why people are carrying her. Like I think people genuinely want to like Tammy. Like Tammy I think gets to final 4 guaranteed. Pretty much. It's just I don't think her win equity is there because Tammy gave up a ridiculous amount of stuff. A psychotic amount of stuff. She really went overboard. And I don't want Tammy to be hard on herself. Because Tammy, that just shows how much you care. And never be hard on yourself when you did something out of care and out of love. It's innocent. And that's how I feel about everybody. Don't be hard on yourself if you make a mistake here at the end and it costs you. Because it's so hard to get here. And Safe Room is a very hard format. It is a hard format. That's why we wanted to end on it. But let's talk about the others. Ali's dead this round. More than likely. I think... and that is so sad to say. Because Stephanie's pretty much guaranteed the lucky break. I think she's literally the only player who can even win it. So I don't have my notes open right now. So it's like, okay, so Stephanie, boom. And then Max is going to kill Ali. Because he's not going to kill Tammy. No one thinks he's going to kill Tammy. Tammy has told everyone her amount of victory points. And now everybody definitely wants to take Tammy to the end. But even if Tammy didn't do that, Tammy would have had a path to the end because everybody wanted. She made a good bond in Saw with Quentin, Max, and Stephanie, which was strong enough for her to have... Because it's a whole format. Saw's a whole scary format. And it's very easy to build trust in that game. And she did, and I do think that would have helped her. But also, she scalped herself some. So we'll have to see. The Ali's out, pretty much guaranteed. Ali, you played so darn good too. You were the queen of Under the Radar. Someone said in their confessional, Ali's just floating above us, throwing spears from below, and you absolutely were. You were kind of harshly short with some players of this game, but you did talk a lot in your alliances, and you did keep your Your alts are up to date for the most part, and I was such a pleasure to have you, Allie. It's sad to see Raquel, Luis, and Allie all go out boom, boom, boom. It's like, damn, what? Ouch, ouch. But every elimination's ouch at this point. You know what I mean? But it's funny that it's all been that side. That's been very interesting. Except Tammy. Tammy's always been in, and I've been saying this all game. Tammy's always been in a better spot because Tammy's always kind of been. Everyone's always kind of known where Tammy was, so that's always benefited from her. But she didn't necessarily also just go out of her way to lie to a bunch of people. She just didn't talk to them, which it's better to not talk to somebody than to lie to them. At least in my opinion. Anyways, I could talk about Tammy forever. She's my win pick. I adore you, Tammy. But let's talk about William now. So, William, you have a definite chance to win this game. He does. He could win comps, even though he acts like he can't. Which, after I finish this, I have to update the VP. So, I think he's got a shot. He needs to sit next to Tammy, and he needs to sit next to Max and hope Max or Quentin get hit by the hex. And then Stephanie goes. That's what they need. It's like... I feel like William's got more realities where he can win. But I do think... Okay, I'm going to put Allie in D tier. Because I do think he's like at the bottom. If we're talking about safe room tier list, this is the tier list for safe room. Tier list for winning the game is like this. Because Final 5 is going to be really freaking tricky. So let's just move Tammy up here. Presuming Allie goes, right? Stephanie has her hex. So Stephanie is the killer for Final 5, basically. Who does Stephanie stab? Logically, she stabs Quentin. But Stephanie's weakness is her emotions. So, she may drain Quentin and just hope that's enough and take and take those 5 VP from him and hope that's enough to get her caught up. But I don't know if it will be. That's where it really comes down to the stabbing, for sure. Max has enough VP to also be a contender for the crown. Max has done what a lot of other players were trying to do. And I didn't know Max was going to be able to do it. I don't even know if Max was going to know he's going to be able to do it. But he was able to be that player who was decently social and just kind of was able to be easily picked up and worked with. And he was, and then when numbers started to get tighter and tighter, he became more and more useful and was able to make more and more bonds. And it's great. But Quentin is one comp away from winning this motherfucking game. Quentin just needs to win at Final 5 something. He needs to win something at Final 5. So where Stephanie cannot stab him. That is what she needs. He needs to win Obsession. He needs to win Safe Room. There won't be a lucky break. Because it's Final 5 and Safe Room. And there's no lucky break at Final 5 and Safe Room. So... We'll see. There's a lot. I definitely feel like we could be looking at a Final 3 combination of Stephanie, Max, and Tammy. I think that is probably the most realistic, logical outcome. If Quentin is able to do what he does, though, Final 3 is, I think, Quentin, Stephanie, Tammy. For sure. This is where I'm putting my money. Because honestly, this may be the last Narrator's Journal. I have gone through a lot since I've started this. And I ain't gonna do necessarily as many as I wanted. And I haven't rendered any of them. They're saved to my computer. I just need to upload them on YouTube, basically. But I don't know. I think there's probably depending how I edit this, there could be maybe 10 episodes, or 5, you know what I mean? So I didn't get to do as many of these as I wanted. And I would like to do another one. I'm going to do a postseason recap, so I guess it's not the last Narrator's Journal. Because I want to do the tier maker on like a live stream, kind of like discussing the phases of the game. Just kind of like a game recap. I don't know. We'll see. I do want to, even if it's not live, I want to do a recorded one once everything's said and done. But I don't know if there'll be another one of these while the game is going on. There's not a whole lot else to say, unless I get blindsided, which could definitely happen. But I think for the most part, my read of the game has been pretty good. What a crazy, crazy, crazy Final Six. Like, there's so many good combinations, but, you know, you never know what it's actually going to look like as a host. Even when you see all the cast at the starting line, and you love all of them, and you're like, you know, we don't, like, there's going to be a finale. There's going to be players at the end, and you never know who it's going to be, you know. And we said go, we dashed, we started running, and we've lost so many along the way. And I mean, this game has been going on for a long time now. Like a month, basically. A little bit over a month. So it's like, everybody's hungry. And everybody's earned it. But only one person can have it. And even then, they may lose it to the Cabal Queen. So we'll see. I'm excited. But, yeah, that's it. All I have to say. Bye.